Georgie and Mandy's first marriage villain sets up the best arc in the Big Bang Theory franchise. One character in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage was firmly set up as a villain in the series premiere, and their story has the potential to have the best character development in the Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon universes. The Big Bang Theory franchise didn't establish many villains over the years. In particular, The Big Bang Theory had antagonists for Sheldon in the form of Will Wheaton, Barry Cripp, or Leslie Winkle, but they were often only nuisances for Sheldon and nothing more serious, to the point that Wheaton and Cripp were even part of Sheldon and Amy's wedding. Unlike Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon introduced a bigger villain with Pastor Jeff, whose antagonism worked on multiple levels, whether he contested Sheldon's challenges, protested Mimo and Georgie's movie renting business, or more sinisterly, he fired Mary from the church because of Georgie and Mandy having a child out of wedlock. However, even in that case, Young Sheldon never intended to show an understanding side of Pastor Jeff. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, instead, set up a key character who will always be at the show's center as a villain, with the potential of their arc transforming them for the better. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage establishes Audrey as a villain. Audrey's mean comments and behavior negatively affect Mandy and Georgie. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 1 firmly established Audrey McAllister as a villain. From her insinuations about CC not speaking because of Georgie to her unflinching characterization of herself as a victim, Audrey is easily established as the villain for many of the show's characters. Whether it's due to her wanting to control what others did, like when she expected Jim not to continue to employ Georgie after he and Mandy moved out, or her inability to see how others could be affected by her hurtful comments, Audrey expects others to apologize, but she refuses to do so herself. Young Sheldon seasons 6 and 7 had already revealed Audrey's worst impulses. Her refusal to be part of Mandy's life because she and Georgie had gotten pregnant and weren't marrying each other, along with forcing Jim to do the same, was how she was first introduced to the Coopers. Audrey never had faith in Georgie, and she showed it every time she could, including when Mandy was about to give birth. Always believing Georgie was at fault could be seen also in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 1, as only Jim standing up for Georgie stopped her unfair comments. Audrey's story can give her the best The Big Bang Theory redemption arc. First marriage centering on Audrey's story can deliver the best character development. Were Audrey to always have her way, things would go very badly for Georgie and Mandy. However, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage episode 1 also showed her willingness to overcome her worst impulses and listen to Jim. Indeed, Georgie and Mandy returned home to the McAllisters at the episodes, and only because Jim's words persuaded Audrey to apologize to Mandy. Moreover, while the moment was overshadowed by CC's first words, Audrey even acknowledged that she was unfair to Georgie, despite not apologizing. This showed her potential for growth in the Young Sheldon spin-off, when Audrey made an effort. Audrey's redemption arc can push Audrey to support Mandy even when Georgie and Mandy eventually divorce, despite her ceaseless opposition to Georgie. Audrey being a key character in First Marriage makes her redemption arc necessary, considering how terrible she had been when Young Sheldon first introduced her. While other villains in the Big Bang Theory franchise either needed to remain a negative influence like Pastor Jeff or were toned down like Cripp, Audrey, having been so vividly opposed to Georgie and Mandy, can make her the best character development. This could be true even when Georgie and Mandy eventually divorce, as her redemption could push Audrey to support Mandy in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage despite her ceaseless opposition to Georgie.